welcome back to my channel. My name is Tia, aka Teacup Simmer, and this is another part of our niche series. And we are back in our Rosebush tribe in the niche update 1.1.1, where we have scorpion tails, poison fangs, and amazing peacock tails, where we are waiting with our Rosebush tribe to move the next generation onto Whale Island. So if you guys have been paying attention, this is the update in beta version. Currently there are patch notes in the description box if you guys want to know how to add this, or if you guys want information about all the things that have been changing in the game. But right now our Rosebush tribe has had just amazing baby boom, where we have gotten a ton of new babies that we have to name, and a bunch of babies who have amazing traits that we want to just celebrate and go crazy about. So I'm just super excited. So we are going to be figuring out what to do with all of these very cute little ones. Now that we don't really have to have too many babies at a time, I just wanted to have like a really good baby boom just to see what type of mixes we would be able to get with these pairings. I think Iskome, well, not Iskome, excuse me, we changed her name to Kiaras and she reminds me of Lion King, and Leo is her mate. But I think we're going to have Kiara and Leo have a baby once they get set up underneath this tree. But these guys, I think, are just going to take their time. They all are sitting on permanent nests except for these two, but I think that's perfectly fine. And once they kind of get settled, we start picking up some more food. We only have 88 food. We want to make sure we have a lot when we start making these traveling missions like we have before. And the tribe is kind of split up a little bit. We're going to start clearing around areas. We'll probably send Spirit to go do that, since he was brought into the tribe with by Rose and Leo, since they recognize that their tribe has a policy of never letting any wanderer be left alone. And I think Spirit is very grateful to them for it. He's been on this island on his own for such a long time, and I think he would really appreciate having other creatures to spend time with. And now that he has started a family with Rose, I think these two are very attached to each other. Same with Kiara. I think she was actually very happy on her own. Leo is such a pushy little thing that I think these two would just get along. They'll probably have like bouts of like fighting over who's the strongest, because she's bigger than him, but he has like those claws and those horns, and I think I think they have a mutual level of respect. I feel like they have one of those relationships where they're constantly fighting, but they absolutely adore each other. And let's see, we'll have Arrow come over here to start clearing out this area, picking up the food. They have so much food around here that I think Gonya would be going absolutely bonkers over all the berries. And let's have Azalea and her mate are going to be the ones to do a little bit of path clearing and exploring. I think Kiro and Azalea both recognize that eventually these babies are going to get older, and then they're going to have to figure out ways to get around the island. And considering that they took a long time on their own to figure out where they were going, I think, oop, there's a permanent nest. Well done, Solera. I think Azalea and Kiro would both start clearing out these paths to get to the other port to leave the island. I think they're going to be kind of like our explorers on this bit. And I think that's everyone. It is. So that means we can spend our time naming our beautiful little ones. So Ducrow, let's go in here. So Ducrow is so cute. Okay. So he has those spots like Dart and his white antennas. What am I thinking? We're gonna name him, I want to name him Moth, specifically because of the antennas, and I think it makes him sound like very like Spirit like very floaty like his dad. Like Spirit is very quiet, even though he has runner's leg. He doesn't have like velvet paws, but I imagine that Spirit moves very quietly, and I think Moth is going to be like that, even with his big tail. I think he's going to learn from his dad how to move silently. He does have a velvet paw, so I think that's going to work really well for him. Let's see, Vanta, who has one deformed paw, and one, let's see, I think that's, yeah, that's a Nimble Fingers. He has such a great coloring. What are we gonna name him? Let's go with, let me see. I think everybody's been giving me such amazing names. I have to check. I have to always remember to check our list. Let's see. Let's go with Altair. I like that one. We haven't gone for a name like that since Alios, but Altair sounds amazing. And Alios was a very steadfast nicheling who spent a lot of his time picking up berries and taking care of his family that way. So I think maybe Altair will have that more of that inkling, other than his other siblings who may take more after their grandfather, Sunstone. This little one, I think, is going to just be named in Sunstone's honor. So Sunstone, because Sunstone is a name we give to a creature who is extremely striking. Someone who has the ability to stop all other nichelings in their tracks with how amazingly they look and their personality. And they have a tendency to be very vain. So I think Sunstone is a great name for him. And then Kier is our other little baby, who is Begonia's baby, or Gonia. We call her Gonia, but she's named after my favorite flower, a begonia. And so this little one, someone said we should name a baby Poppy. So I think we're gonna name him that. So Poppy. So we have Poppy, Moth, Sunstone, and Altair are the first 4 babies we have on the island. That's just kind of awesome. Alright, and then we're going to skip the day, and then I think we're going to have Kiara and Leo maybe have 1 or 2 babies before Leo or before Kiara passes away. It looks like they have 5 days left, so we should have a little bit of time to have them have a few babies. So let's skip the day. Alright, so this is a really, really nice spot. Let's have her jump over here, and let's have Leo jump over here. Let's check their genes for a moment. A and B, D and H, we don't really have anything to worry about there. We have to put in some good eyesight for her. That is the main goal. I don't think there's anything else I really want to mess with other than putting in the, like, see, that Nimble Fingers in there, because she has peacock tail in here, she has that toxic body, she has bird beaks, she has a lot of stuff that might just accidentally pop in here for us if we're not careful. So let's see, everything else looks pretty good. So let's have him mate with her, see if this works. Oh, come on, there we go. So they'll be able to have a baby. Moth is just gonna get out of the nest, and I think he's gonna spend some time with his dad. Spirit is probably going to just clear out the grass, show Moth how to move around without actually drawing too much attention to himself. And let's see, Poppy is gonna spend some time with Begonia as she picks some of these berries to make sure she can feed her baby. Sunstone, I think we're going to move him out of the nest. Jade is going to sit next to this berry bush. She's probably going to pick some off of that. Peridot is going to spend his time clearing out the area. Altair, I think, is going to watch his mother as she picks up nuts. The nuts are actually very important to the family, so I think he's going to learn that from her. Let's see. Azalea is going to start moving with oop, we missed a bunny. She's going to start moving with Kiro, and they're going to start clearing away some paths around this way. I think these guys are going to do really well. So we're going to see what type of baby Kiara is going to have. These guys make such a cute family. it's just like a poison family everywhere. Like Arrow and Rose and their little baby and Spirit, and oh my gosh. This tribe makes me so happy. They're just such a cute little story. But there isn't a stump here, so they didn't really have to worry too much about calling to bring in a wanderer, which is good. So let's see. Let's skip the day and see what baby Kiara is going to give us. So let's see. Kiara. Kier. This little one I'm definitely naming Simba. Because look at him. He's yellow and orange. Alright, yeah, we're definitely naming him Simba. That's happening. I didn't realize that this was going to be like the naming convention for this tribe, but I'm very much for it. Okay, so we'll have them have another baby. Let's just sit them right here, and Leo will just pick up some nuts just to hand them to his baby. Let's have Rose. I'm trying to think if Rose should have another child, since Spirit's getting older and so is she, so these guys might have another baby. And Moth, I think, is going to start exploring. I love how they said that these guys can like predict the weather, but I'm not sure how they would go about doing that. Poppy is probably going to come over here and spend some time with his cousin. It's absolutely adorable. We have so many cute babies. They just like look so adorable with their little antennas going off to find their way. Sunstone, I think, would come over just to show off, just to be like, guys, look at my tail. Aren't I amazing? My parents say I'm amazing. Let's have, I like the mix for Peridot and Jade, so we'll see if they'll have another baby that I like. There's a bunny who's stealing stuff. I can hear it. So there's a bunny over here. So, and there's a bunny over here, but I don't know if Begonia would want to go all the way out that way just to pick up a bunny. She's not much of a bunny hunter. No, Peridot doesn't have the energy to go all the way out there either. But there we go. Azalea will. And let's have Jade hit at this one. And then Altair will be able to come over here and help out just to pick up that bunny meat. So we have, let's see, we have Jade on the nest, we have Rose and Kiara on a nest as well. Arrow went a little bit far away from home just to pick up some berries, but I think he's going to come back and spend some time with Begonia as well. So let's see what these guys are going to provide us when it comes to some babies. I think Rose is still considered kind of like the leader of the tribe, even though she's not anywhere near the main source of food. But I think she's going to try and have a few babies of her own, and then try and make sure that she tells all of the young ones who seem to be running around like mad over in this corner what they can do to actually be productive members of the tribe. How she'll probably tell them the stories, she'll probably explain to them how they're going to have to protect themselves and their siblings. It's going to be very hard for them because they're going to have to start making really big journeys when they're really young, because the actual like port takes like 15 nichelings, but surprisingly the whale island is not as safe as everybody makes it seem like it is. It has a lot of Barinas. It always has a lot of potential rogues, so they're gonna have to protect themselves a lot. It's also going to be included in all of the stories they've been told. So Rose, let's give the date and see what baby you're going to have. Whoa, that is not what I expected. So we have Nutaku, who is D&B, has that bird beacon inactive, peacock tail inactive. There we go. Well, that's interesting. Well, I didn't actually expect them to do that. That was an accident. But Nutaku actually, oh, this has to happen. I'm gonna name him Kovu. Look at that. So we have Kovu is actually going to be, he just looks great and I absolutely adore it. So I'm perfectly fine with naming him Kovu. So you have Simba and Kovu are Kiara's first children, and I don't know if she needs to have another one, but I'm actually happy to have her have another one. But I think Simba has the H immunity, so I don't think they need to. So these two are fine. We just wanted to make sure that she was able to pass down some of her genes. Kukir has the poison fangs and it is inactive as well. Spirit has a couple days left, and so does Rose, so they don't need to have another baby immediately. But Kukir, he looks like a little cookie. I don't know what to name him. He has spiky body and is inactive. Where did that come from? Oh, interesting. That's going to be interesting as well. Hopefully that doesn't actually show up, because that means that it'll get rid of our amazing like scorpion tail if that shows up. That's not something we want in there at all. I don't know if there's anything we can... Nope, we can't change it. Dang it. Let me think. I don't really know what to name this little one. We'll have to figure it out. Let's see. We have Siriana. She looks just like her mama. That's kind of funny. She looks so much like Jade. It's kind of funny. Oh wow. But I don't know what to name her either. She does have those green eyes, which are a staple of our tribe. The Rosebush tribe has green eyes and pink nichelings. Just so cute. I think Retsu was like a perfect example of what our tribe looks like. He was a very bright pink nicheling with beautiful emerald green eyes. Oh, these guys have found a nest. They'll be able to have a nest and start having their own babies. That's actually great. I think Jade, come over here and start picking up these berries. We'll have Altair over here picking up berries as well. Let's see, we'll have Peridot come over here and have another baby with Solera, because these guys have the most beautiful children. And let's see, Poppy. I think Poppy, Sunstone, and Moth are going to get into a lot of trouble. I think these three are going to be super interesting, because Sunstone is going to be the center of attention always, and Moth and Poppy are just going to be quiet and sit there and just make sure he doesn't get himself into too much trouble. And I think Begonia's been over here picking up food, but Arrow... Let's see. I think these two will just get pregnant again just so they can. Spirit, let's have you come this way. Pick up some food. Rose will be sitting over here watching over the little ones while they're not paying attention. Let's have Leo clear out that area. He'll start working on clearing out this space. He only has a few days left, so he'll probably get ready to come back over this way to spend some time with some of his siblings. I know Kiro and Leo haven't spent any time together since they were younger, and now they've kind of gone separate ways. Leo has spent more time like picking up food like his father than actually fighting, whereas Kiro, who is arguably a little bit weaker than his brother, has spent more time exploring, which is good and bad. Which, I mean, because Leo probably wanted to go exploring, but he had another adventure, starting a family of lions, of great, amazing, strong lions that are going to help protect our tribe. I am very proud of these guys. I think Kovu has a deformed paw, but of course deformed paws don't really matter in the Rosebush tribe. Everyone is accepted and everyone is valuable. So Kiara, I think you guys have such great, cute little babies. I really want Rose to have a daughter. I want her to have a daughter really, really bad. This is just how I feel. I want her to have a daughter. It just needs to happen. So let's skip the day. I love how Sunstone is the only one who's gotten that full peacock tail. But these guys have had nothing but boys. Sirena, I want to rename her into something. I don't really know what to name her, actually. Let me think. Let's go with, because a lot of she might be one of the ones that we name after a flower, but I'm not positive. Found it. So one of the names that was given to me was Lilac, and I absolutely adore that name. So we're gonna go with Lilac, because of her ram horns have a slight color to them, and she just looks very dainty. I think she's going to be one of the only girls in a family full of very rambunctious boys, which is kind of funny. We've had like a change in our tribe, very much so, since the last time we had a bunch of babies. So let's have Peridot pick that up. Solera is probably going to get rid of this nest. New Kirku, who also has that peacock in his inactive traits. All of our babies seem to have that AB, which is weird. We don't have any like change up in genes, which is going to be a problem if we're going to have if we're going to start making sure that peacock tail shows up everywhere in this side of our family. Let's see, we're gonna name this little one. We're gonna go with Citrine for this one. I like him. I like that name. Let's see, Citrine, which I like a lot. So, and he has those nice ram horns. He'll be able to protect himself fairly well. Poppy, I think, is going to start the exploration out this way for these little ones. Moth is probably going to ask his mother if he can go and then start following after everyone. I think Spirit just attracts bunnies. I think that's just what he does. Let's have Spirit come over here and have another baby with Rose. We have to name Kukuk here too. And let's see. Don't really know what we're gonna name him, because he looks like he's going to be really stealthy too. Thistle. Someone put that name too. So Thistle is also a great name. So we're gonna name this little one Thistle, because he has those ram horns. He looks really cute and spotted, and he has like a really lean body, which is going to be great for running through the grasses. Kovu is going to stay near his mother. I hear bunnies and it's going to bother me. Let's have Arrow come over here to pick up that food. And let's have Kiara just stay near her baby. Begonia, I think, well, no, Leo and Kiara are on their last few days. Kiara has given us such cute little ones. And Solera is going to be over there. I think Jade and Peridot, who were Sunstone's parents? I don't remember. Sunstone. So yeah, Jade was his mother. Okay. So we might have Peridot and Jade have maybe one more baby. I don't want to push it when it comes to how many children we have, especially because we're trying to make sure we work on our how much food we have. But I do want to make sure these guys can have a baby. So at least one. I don't need them to have like a ton. We just need them to have at least one baby. They have pretty good genes, all things considered. I really think let's go with that. Yeah, we want to add a pattern in for them. So Kiro, let's add this pattern in for you, just so that you guys will be able to pass down something interesting. What else do I think we should pass down? They both have, he definitely needs to pass down ram horns, but I don't know if we have it yet. Do we? No, we do not. Which we have 4 more hits. 4 more. Frustration. But let's see. Let's go with a black pattern. So if we're gonna do a pattern, let's go real interesting and add in a black pattern possibly. And then for her, we have red ram horns, red pattern. Let's go with black pattern as well, because that'll mix. Something will mix and it'll be really cool. So let's have them have a baby. Let's start clearing out the area. They still cleared away most of this path, which is a good thing. So we have a rose on a nest, begonia on a nest, and azalea on a nest, which is good. We have thistle and moth as the children of spirit, which is, they're just going to be so fast and so cute. And I really want her to have a girl. Gosh darn it. Like, this is going to happen. But Rose, I think, is going to be very happy with how like spread out and like prosperous the tribe seems to be doing. Everyone's doing well, and I don't think anybody would notice that this little area over here, Kiara is going to pass away. Kovu and Simbar are going to be very sad. These two are very strong little nichelings who looked up to their parents for guidance. These two always fought, but they both absolutely adored each other. So hopefully we'll be able to keep Kiara in our memory. She's gone. And she brought a, oh my goddess. Oh wow. That's just, oh whoa, okay. This is perfect. Kiara passed away. And in her passing, she brought with her danger, I think, in order to test her children, because strength was very important to her. So I think in her last few days, she would have brought this test to her boys, and I think they just succeeded with flying colors. Oh my goodness. Kiara, why? Oh, that just gave me a heart attack. Oh my goodness, look at her. She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous, and she has like a little deformed paw, but she's absolutely gorgeous. She has white fur, and she has that really, oh my goodness, she is like oh wow. What do we want to name her? Oh, we need to name her Dandelion. Yes, that's the name we're giving her now. It needs to be a white flower, so I'm thinking Dandelion. Like, very delicate, very beautiful, and deadly. That's just perfect. Oh my goodness. We have a dandelion with green eyes. We have Nunu, who is not female, and it's not what I wanted. Which is frustrating. Oh goodness. So yeah, you guys are gonna have another baby. To heck with it all. Like, I really want a girl. I want a girl from these two, specifically because it needs to happen. They need to have a girl of some kind. Begonia and Arrow had a boy named Poppy and a girl named Dandelion, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I am perfectly fine with those being the only children that they have, because they passed down that F gene that I wanted. Let's see, she has D and F, he has B and D, so these guys are doing fine. If they had one more child, I would be perfectly happy with it. But I'm just, they need to have a girl, because we have way too many boys on this gosh darn island. Oh my goodness. And there's a bunny trying to take over everything, and Sunstone has grown up in all of his glory, and look at him. Look at him, he's amazing. Oh wow. Yeah, he's gorgeous. I absolutely adore him. I think everyone would be very jealous. Everyone would be extremely jealous of our great and gorgeous Sunstone because of his amazing tail that he would just wave around in everyone's face. Because he's just an obnoxious little thing. And Moss would be just poisoning bunnies with his tail, and the bunnies are just trying to taunt everyone. let's see, Ghost, well no, not Ghost, Spirit will come over here and spend some time with his sons in his last day. That's necessary. And we need to name this little one. Well, since he's the last, he's going to be one of the last of Spirit's children, we're going to name him Ghost. So we have Thistle, Ghost, and Moth, who are all going to be children of Spirit and Rose. And I think if Rose is the final child, we'll name them after a flower and it'll be fine. I will be fine. But other than that, I really, really, really want them to have a baby that is a girl. That's just how I feel. It's just how I feel. Let's have Jade sit over here again. We really want them to have a baby. There we go. And Solera can be over here with her little citrine. And these guys had a child. Von Cuckoo. Goddess be praised, look at him. Oh my gosh. And he was born on a rainy day. He's gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. I love him. What are we gonna name him now? I don't know. I absolutely have no idea. I don't have any flowers in the back of my head that I can think of. And let me try with our list, since we might be able to pull from some of our other creatures. Let's name him. Let's name him Vega, because of he's amazing. And I think Vega, according to our list, also means star. So it's going to be like almost like a slight look back towards Seti and Lakois because of the sacrifices that they made. So we're going to clear this area out so Azalea can feel a little bit better about her baby. But yeah, we have Vega, who's going to be amazing. Citrine, I think, is going to start exploring. He might go off and try and talk to Vega. We have Ghost and Thistle and Simba and Kovu and Moth and Poppy. And we have so many other new characters who've just shown up in this episode, you guys. You have no idea how excited I am for this series. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any more names for any of our other creatures, please let me know down in the comments as well. We have a lot of creatures that are going to be passing away, and this generation are going to be the ones to take this path that Azalea and Kiro have made for them and start working their way over to the Whale Island port. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and please subscribe if you really love me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!